Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm gonna have a small review on the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. Now, when I first saw him release these, well, I bought the big one and I also bought the small one. I actually was really intrigued. Normally, I'm not that intrigued when it comes to huge palettes just because, of course, they're a little bit more expensive and you just don't see yourself always grabbing, you know, that big palette. But these colors were just like calling my name and I just knew I just had to have it. Plus, I've actually heard really good things about Jeffree Star's eyeshadow palettes, so I figured why not give them a shot. The big palette does retail for $58 and the small palette does retail for $28, but I did purchase the bundle for $75. Alright, so if you want to see what type of look I came up with, then just keep on watching. Now, when I first opened up this palette, some colors were automatically catching my attention, like for instance that red, this high coral pinky color, the yellows, the blues. But I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to this much of a colorful color scheme, I kind of don't know where to start off. I kind of tend to go towards the colors that I know how to work with and what looks good, which is the yellows, the orange, and stuff like that. But I kind of want to go a little bit unique and more outside the box. So I kind of wanted to use the same idea that someone that I watch on YouTube, her YouTube name is Nerdy Girl Makeup, and what she does is she does kind of like a bingo type of game with the eyeshadow palettes. So what she does is that she grabs, you know, how many eyeshadows are in total, and she picks out 6 shades from the palette, and she has them, she picks them out from her phone, and that way she doesn't know what color she's gonna use. That way it's complete and utterly your creation to see what kind of look you come up with these random shades. I figured I would use the same idea just because this palette is like full blown on colorful and kind of gets me going to see, you know, what kind of look I create. Alright, so there's 24 shades and I'm going to pick out 6 shades. Well, let me see, 1 for the lid, 1 for the crease, 1 for to blend out the crease, inner corner, lower lash line. Yeah, I'm just going to go with 6, seeing, you know, what happens. Okay, Google. Pick a number between 1 and 24. Dramatic.
14.
Okay, so we have the number 14. It is going to be orange juice. I'm just going to swatch it on my arm, which feels really creamy, so that way I don't forget. Pick a number between 1 and 24.
22.
Well, luckily we got a brown shade, so it's tasty. Pick a number between 1 and 24.
10.
Alright, so 10. Ooh, so we have the next shade is Snack, which is the pinky glitter shade. Pick a number between 1 and 24.
5.
5. So we got this orange color. Well, it's more like a, yeah, orange corally color, which is Suck. Pick a number between 1 and 24.
13.
13. Alright, so the next shade is this red shimmer shade called And What. Pick a number between 1 and 24.
9.
Alright, so for the last shade, it's going to be this purple pastel shade called Gumdrop. Alright. Alright, so that's going to be an interesting combination. Let's see what I come up with. Alright, so I kind of have something in mind of what I'm going to do, but let's just see if it works out. So I'm going to start off first with that corally shade, the orange corally shade that's named Suck. And I'm just going to use that to blend all over my crease. Luckily, it does have a mirror, but the palette's just too big for me to just hold throughout the whole process. So I'm going to be using the little mirror in the mini Jawbreaker palette. Alright, so at first, I'm going to leave this shade like this. I might deepen it up later on. So the next thing I'm going to do is grab a pencil brush and I'm going to go in with that brown shade called Tasty. And I'm just going to staple that onto my crease because I'm going to do a cut crease. And then I'm going to go back in with Suck and just blend those two shades in using the same pencil brush. Alright, so then I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush and just blend it all out. That looks alright. This look is going to remind me of a pizza, that's for sure. So I'm going to go in with this Essence Eye Primer just to cut the crease. Alright, so now that I cut the crease, I'm actually going to go in with that shimmer shade. What was it called again? Orange Juice, to put on my first part of my lid. Ah, so that's pigmented. Alright, so now I'm going to flip the brush and I'm going to go in with that red shade, red shimmer shade called And What. I don't know. You know, it's a look alright. So now I'm going to go in with the more dense brush to pack on that first brown shade called Tasty to deepen up the outer corner. Wow, that matte did not come to play. I didn't think it was going to be that pigmented. So I'm going to go in with that pink called Snack to put in my inner corner and just slightly put it on my brow bone. I mean, I can just, you know what, I'm just going to put the purple on my lower lash line. How else am I going to use it? You know what? Going in with the more defined pencil, I'm going to go back in with Tasty just to deepen up the purple kind of. Alright, so I'm going to finish off the other eye. I'm most likely going to do a big liner just to kind of put the look all together, hopefully. And I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I really do like how it looks overall. I mean, it doesn't look like I use purples, a whole weird mixture of colors. It actually did come kind of good look together, but I'm not gonna lie, it's the liner and the lashes that made it come in one piece. So I did decide to use these big old lashes because I figured, you know, why not? Overall, I would say one thing is I did not get no fallout whatsoever with the shimmers, with the mattes, none of that. The shimmers are really goodly formulated because they glided on. It doesn't seem like they're gonna get that hard pan like other shimmers do, which I really hate. And I feel like I'm really gonna enjoy this palette. Now, this is not your typical, you know, palette. It is all colorful, but I figured if you don't own colors like this, then I would suggest you thinking about picking it up, just because this is actually a really good eyeshadow formula. If you do think about it, so this palette retails for $58 and there's 24 eyeshadows in them, so it does come out to $2.41 per pan, which is not bad. And then if you do purchase it with the mini palette, you do also get a discount. I wish you could actually see, you know, how much one palette is with the other one with a discount, so that way you can kind of do more of the math. But for the all conclusion, I'm really not mad that I picked this palette up. I feel like I am going to enjoy using this palette, especially how colorful it is. I would say that this is the palette that's going to get your mind going with all these shades, since it's not your typical, you know, brown neutrals. Now for me personally, this is going to be an eyeshadow palette that I am going to enjoy, and I'm very happy that I did pick it up, just because it is out of my comfort zone. It is going to get me to do more different eye looks, which that's why I purchased makeup, you guys. That's why I enjoy purchasing such colorful eyeshadow palettes, because I do enjoy using it. I mean, to everybody, not everyone has about an hour to sit down and do looks, which I completely understand. So this eyeshadow palette might not be for you. But for me and my lifestyle, I love it. Of course, there's much more cheaper alternatives, so this is something that you do have to think about. Is this an indie brand that you want to support? Is this an indie brand that you can't live without? Is this an eyeshadow palette that you can't live without? I do want to point out that NYX did come out with an eyeshadow palette as well that's colorful like this. It is much more affordable, and of course you can find it at your local Ulta. If you have been thinking about picking up a colorful eyeshadow but don't want to fork out the $75 for both of the palettes, or if not, the $58 for just the large palette. As well, when I did order it, unfortunately I did not get free shipping. I think you have to get $100, you have to purchase $100 or more to get free shipping. The good thing as well is that Jeffree Star Cosmetics does offer returns if you don't like the product, or I'm pretty sure if your eyeshadow came in broken, they'll assist you with that. That is actually one of my main points, is when it comes to indie brands, I understand they're very small and it does take a lot for them to pick up, but for a consumer, I would rather purchase something from someone that can offer you a return. But again, if you have been thinking about picking up this eyeshadow palette, hopefully you enjoyed my review. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as well click the notification button so that way you don't miss next video. I do thank you for joining me, you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.